Fire is deadly. It is a serious topic. I should know. I've been a professional firefighter for 17 years. I fought dozens of fires, and most of them could have been avoided with the right information.
It takes three important things to start and grow a fire: oxygen, fuel, and a spark. If you take away one of those elements, you can avoid a fire. If you use oxygen, you already have one of the elements needed to start a fire. Oxygen fires are the second biggest safety issue nationwide, only after falls. Studies have shown that a death occurs every 4 days from an oxygen fire. It's important that you know what to look for and what to avoid so that you don't become a fire victim in your home.
At Atrium Health, we're committed to your health and safety for both you and those around you. That's why we want to give you this important, potentially life-saving information. From the moment oxygen tanks, concentrators, and other oxygen equipment are brought into your home, you're at a greater risk of starting a fire.
Here are some helpful tips to keep you safe. Number 1, never smoke or vape where medical oxygen is used. Smoking materials are the leading cause of fire deaths, and the place where we feel safest at home is where most smoking materials, structure fires, deaths, and injuries occur.
Emergency departments record approximately 1,200 injuries from home oxygen fires yearly.
72% of these oxygen fires were attributed to patients smoking while using oxygen. Open flames, like those from cigarettes, can easily ignite oxygen, and vaping can be just as dangerous. Despite no open flame, vape pens can also ignite oxygen because of sparks and batteries.
Every year, hundreds of vape pens ignite or explode. If this happens around oxygen, the injuries are much worse.
This plea to not smoke or vape around oxygen applies to everyone, from the person using oxygen to anyone else around them. Smoking material fires are preventable, and the presence of oxygen puts the entire household at greater risk. So others in the home should also be aware of the dangers.
Number 2, oxygen can still stay in your clothes and other things in your house after your oxygen tank is turned off. Your hair, curtains, and fabric furniture can also hold on to oxygen. These materials will continue to soak up oxygen after you've turned off your oxygen tank. You won't be able to see or smell the oxygen in your clothes or other things. If there is a spark, these things can quickly start a fire. The oxygen can stay in fabrics for at least 15 minutes. It's important to let your clothing air out for at least another 15 minutes before you smoke or go near an open flame.
Number 3, be very careful when using gas appliances like ovens and stoves while wearing your oxygen, and avoid any kind of kerosene heater and fireplace if at all possible. Opening the door to a hot oven or leaning over a lit stove can create an uncontrollable fire if your oxygen is on. I can't stress enough how highly flammable this gas is, and even a small spark can ignite a fire that can easily get out of control.
We know you still need to cook and use these items, and that doesn't change because you're on oxygen. But just be careful when using these appliances. If you have no other choice but to use these, at least stay 8 feet away from an open flame and keep the oxygen even further away if possible.
Also, be very cautious of where the plastic tubing is at all times. Further, if you have to use these appliances, we recommend turning off the oxygen flow, but keep in mind that your clothing is still soaked in this oxygen, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for it to dissipate.
Number 4, do not use, light, or blow out any type of candle while using your oxygen. It is not safe to use candles while you are using oxygen. Even small candles, like birthday candles, can create a large fire. Medical oxygen can cause materials to ignite more easily and make fires burn at a faster rate than normal. Oxygen can also make an existing fire burn faster and hotter, so even a small fire source can very quickly get out of control. The best way to prevent fires is not to have open flames in a home where oxygen is being used.
Number 5, don't use petroleum-based products like Vaseline or Neosporin in your nose or on your skin while using oxygen. These materials are hazard around oxygen as they can also ignite easily, and it's not common knowledge that people think about a lot.
Make sure your hands are clean and do not use oil-based creams and moisturizers when using your medical oxygen equipment. This includes the use of oil-based lip moisturizer like chapstick, Carmex, and even makeup. If you use alcohol gel, make sure it has evaporated before handling your oxygen equipment.
Do not use oils or grease with your oxygen equipment. This also holds true for easily flammable personal products like hairspray and hair gels. The basic rule of thumb is to also check the packaging of the products you use to make sure you are aware of any labels that may warn you, or any keywords in the ingredients like flammable, combustible, petroleum, or alcohol.
If you have any questions about this safety information, please call the Atrium Health at Home Care Line at 704-512-5333 and then option 3. Our live operators are trained to assist you with your oxygen needs, whether it's a question about damaged equipment or if you think something is unsafe. If you do have a fire, even if it's a small one and the fire department wasn't called, let us know. We want you to be safe at all times.
As you look around your home for ways to stay safe while using oxygen, please keep these tips in mind for yourself and others.
Everyone around you is also at risk for fire.
At Atrium Health, we strive to keep you safe as an important part of improving health, elevating hope, and advancing healing for all.